What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Friends Podcast. If this is your first time, this is just kind of a conversation between a couple of friends and hopefully with you guys too. Definitely interact with us. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Matt, and I'm here with my co host.
My name is Rod. Yeah, we're back with the Friends podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow our pages on YouTube. And we got pages on SoundCloud, Instagram. Check us out.
Yes, sir. Yep. So we're gearing up to, release a lot of episodes. So yeah, go ahead and follow us, interact with us, subscribe, and all those cool things. So I guess let's start off how we usually do. So what was going on with your week this week?
This week it was one of those weeks. It was pretty basic, just work going on. But I was just getting ready for this snowstorm that just hit. The snowstorm about 12 inches a foot in New Jersey. Been cold as hell.
Mm. Yeah, you said it's still going on too, right?
Yep, still going on. Ready for this to end. I need to go down south.
Yeah, man, I hear that. I hear that. I think it was snowing down south this year too, though. I think like in Alabama and Georgia, they was getting snow and closing stuff down. So you might not escape it if you go down there. But yeah, definitely, man. So my week pretty much the same, just kind of chilling and stuff like that. I was looking at a lot of videos about bass guitar. 'Cause I'm just trying to learn and perfect that craft. So nothing too crazy going on this week.
Dope.
Just kind of kicking it, chilling as usual. So I guess, with that being said, it's probably time to get into the topics. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. We got a special one this week.
Yeah, most definitely. So I know the the freshman list, a lot of people, they love it, they hate it. Some people just don't even care about it at the same time, especially these days when they putting just anybody on there at this point. So kind of want to just discuss, like the list, some of our favorites and just kind of like how, like, because I feel like the big mystery is who is putting these people on this list. So I guess let's go ahead and get into it. So, like, when you look at it and you look at the past list, like, do any of them stand out to you to like which one of your favorites, or like how do you feel about it?
Well, Double XL, from what I know, they started in 2007, I believe, and then they kept it going. So I kind of want to give a bit of a description of some of the past years, just in case people don't know. So 2007 Double XL freshman class, it had that was the year that was Plies, Lupe, Lil Boozy, Gorilla Zoe, Joe Ortiz, Cricket Eye, Papoose, Young Dro. So that kind of age. And then like
Mm-hmm.
going all the way down to like 2015 where it was Dej Low, Fetty Wap, Gold Link, and then it's still going on today, so it's very relevant. But some of my favorite covers that stand out and brought me some of my favorite artists was the one with Kendrick Lamar. I believe that was in
That was 2011.
2011. Yeah, so that was still pretty
Mm-hmm.
early. And then you had some of the ones in 2016 that brought like Lil Uzi Vert, Dave East, G Herbo, Kodak, 21, Anderson Pack, and Yachty and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, some of these newer classes, they have a few people that like I know that everyone knows, but a lot of times I feel like there's a lot of people that go under the radar and their career kind of plummets down over the years, and not many people hear much about them after their one hot signal, which happens with a lot of
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah, I feel like probably like 25-30% of these people we never really heard from again after the list. So,
Yeah,
it kind of is what it is. And if you don't got no hot single and you're not out here just working, then we just gonna stop paying attention to you because a new list coming out next year. So
yeah.
other rappers working
What's some
hard.
of the covers that you really liking?
Man, really the same ones. Definitely 2016 got some of my favorite artists, as you said, that I still listen to. Yachty, Uzi, Kodak, G Herbo, stuff like that. 2011 with K Dot, Kendrick Lamar, and Meek Mill is on there. Say Hi to Prince, Big Crit, Lil B, the bass guy, who
Hmm.
Lil B is very influential just in just like rap. As much as people probably don't want to admit it or probably can't see it, he definitely is somebody influential.
What was it? California, right? And who do you think like he influenced? Like what was Lil B's influence to rappers?
That's a good question. Like I would say like even somebody like Lil Yachty who speaks about Lil B a lot. Like just the way he's if you listen to Lil B music, it's not about a whole lot. It's kind of just like some crazy. It's just whatever comes to his mind, and I feel like Yachty kind of was doing. He took it and ran with it,
Okay,
and kind of was doing like
I can see that
not
comparison.
talking about. Yeah, they wasn't talking about the shit everybody else was talking about, but it was just kind of on some just
Be
like
yourself kind of shit.
yeah, exactly. So I think Lil B, and of course, and his work ethic too, because he was dropping like crazy. He was dropping like he was recording a lot, dropping a lot on his MySpace page back in the day. So I think with work ethic, people probably got a little bit of that from him. But other than that,
I
like
should have specified the 2010 cover actually. I had a lot of artists that I still listen to and they're still around today. I had J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle, Wiz Khalifa, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, J Rock. Had OJ the Juice Man. So a lot of big name artists.
Zoo Man,
This might have been one of the best covers, really.
nah, low key like this. Yeah, Jake between just them, like Wiz Khalifa was huge. J Cole was still huge. Nipsey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about him on another episode. Like
And just how
he
many like
cemented his.
relevant artists are still like around today rapping. Like
Yeah, I would say between that one and um yeah, that's probably the one that's like the oldest with the most relevant people still.
yeah, I kind of want to go through like each year and then see like how many are still really hot like today. Like what was the like what's kind of like the percentage of people that make it? And we kind of get like a better gauge for our audience.
Okay, but then let's before we do that, so what's hot though? Like is hot still make good music? Is hot can still rap? Is hot just like
I'm
still
gonna say name is still relevant today. I know some of the older artists, by like 2007, 2010, something like that. Is here it is 2022. So if their name is still ringing bells, or people or artists still look at them as OG, I still feel like they're hot. Like that's kind of how I'm looking at it. How do you look at it?
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But let's kick it off then, because I'm just looking at 2007, and just off the top of off the top of the head, Papoose. Now he hasn't been like red hot like these past couple of years,
He had that
but
recent
he
song with Lil
definitely,
Wayne that was fire.
yeah, that's what I was just about to say. They just dropped a remix like yesterday, or the day before, with Remy Ma, Two Chains, and somebody else is on there too. But yeah, so
The Alphabet Killer.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, he's I guess he's still relevant in 2022. Other than that, like it's not. I mean, Boosie, of course, just
Lupe.
I don't know about. Yeah, Lupe too. Lupe can still rap. Like
And like I still feel like he's like the OG and people he's respected in hip hop music.
who, Lupe?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. Like he kind of like a rapper's rapper to me. Like I feel like a lot of rappers probably like, damn, I want to make my bars like Lupe, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know about respect. Like
When it comes to bars and stuff like that, people respect his bars and what he can do. Like we've seen, I don't know if I really want to discuss it, but the stuff that he had where he had beef with all the top rappers in the game, and like who's the best lyricist, they were going back and forth. It was Lupe, Royce, and there was some other names that were going back and forth with them. I believe it was the guy from California.
um, I can't. I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember who else it was. I thought it was just between Lupe and Royce though. And like that was like the main issue that people was having because they had a
Nah,
podcast.
it was a bunch of them.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know about all that, but I know Lupe and Royce had a podcast, and then they fell out about the podcast, and I thought that's where it started at. But yeah, I guess you could say he's still
I believe it
definitely
was Cannabis.
ain't Cannabis dead. I'm gonna have to cut that out, but I thought Cannabis was dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And Cannabis from New York.
Might have to cut this part out too
No,
because
we gonna leave this shit in. No, but no, Cannabis is still alive. I had to check, but no, he from New York, so it wasn't him. It had to be something, maybe, not the game. I know the game be beefing with people, but anyway, let's move on. So that's '07. We don't have. I don't think there was one for '08, but we do have '09. And just to
well,
be,
I kind of did want to bring up the fact when you brought up Lupe Fiasco
yeah,
and being respected in terms of bars. When it was going back and forth with Royce the 5'9",
Hmm.
Lupe went in the booth and he was firing them up.
Flamed him.
Brought
Flamed.
like every day it was like a new
Yeah.
Lupe verse, and Royce was just quiet.
Right. He was just on Instagram talking. But the crazy thing about that Lupe thing is Lupe made a song as Royce dissing himself. Like that was some of the coldest shit I ever seen. Like how you make a song about you from somebody else's perspective, but they dissing you. Like that was crazy to me. So I think that he definitely still like when it come to rapidy rap type shit, yeah, he definitely still relevant.
Oh, now I see it right now. It's Royce the 5'9", Lupe Fiasco, Mickey Fax.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was definitely Mickey Facts. Yep. Put a shirt on.
Oh, I didn't know you can even hear that through.
Yeah, I heard it. It's all good though. But yeah, so I guess we '07 it's definitely a lot more artists on here that was good, but I'm not gonna say that they musically relevant, at this time. Maybe Boosie, but um,
Boosie in terms of social media, definitely, but in terms of music, I can't say so.
I mean he do got a new song with Desi Banks that's kind of hard, but I don't know if that count. That's like a comedy
Desi
song.
Banks is a comedian online, right?
Right? Yeah,
And that's why I was saying social media and stuff. But
yeah. So yeah, go ahead and move on to '09. 'Cause I don't see a '08 here. So
yeah, they skipped a year in '08,
hmm
and then they went to '09.
most definitely. And the funny thing is, we just mentioned Mickey Fax, and he was on the '09. He was on the '09 list. Um,
Yeah, definitely not relevant. I don't know why he's even in discussion.
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, a lot of these people. That's the thing is, a lot of these people were relevant at the time, but it just makes it look crazy because like now, like the only people on this list that's still like even kind of relevant is Wale, Kid Cudi, Currency, and that's pretty much it. Um,
Yeah, in 2009 they kind of split the covers up. I'm looking.
yeah, they did. They made 3 different covers.
They had what is here right here? Young Jeezy. No, hold on. Young Jeezy wasn't on
Yeah,
there.
you're looking at something different.
Yeah, it was Wale, B.O.B., Asher Roth, Charles Hamilton, Ace Hood, Currency, Kid Cudi, Corey Guns, Blue, and Mickey Fax.
Yep.
And Currency definitely is still killing it right now. Comes out with the album, it seems like every few months. And he got a new album coming up.
Yeah, he's definitely still active, like relevant. I don't know about his core fans still love him and stuff, but um, I,
He just dropped Pilot Talk 4.
he did, yeah. So yeah, it's really not a lot. It's just him and Currency and probably Kid Cudi.
And I think like when you think of Currency, I see him on a lot of features with a lot of heavy hitter rappers today. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna say he's still hot, and artists today are still looking for his verses.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. He had that tape with Freddie Gibbs, and that was years ago. But yeah,
Asher Roth, what a fall off, man. I guess after college it was a wrap.
he got a job. He got a real job. He in corporate America now. He got to be. Um, actually, I feel like he do still do some rap type shit, but I haven't heard of him in a very long
I know he
while.
started going more jazz and kind of stuff like that a little bit later in his career, something like that. But
He took the Mac Miller route. Okay, I feel it. I feel him. Yeah, so that's that. We can just move on from them because there's not too much to say. But let's get to 2010, man. We got a couple of them that's still out here making noise. You want to start it off?
yeah, this is a good year right here. Like I already named him off earlier.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. He came out with Victory Lap, and man, in L.A. You already know who he is and what he stands for, and the type of work and what he introduced to the game in terms of entrepreneurship and business. So that's big. They got J. Cole. J. Cole, man, it's J. Cole right there.
Yeah, it's
And
not much to say. It's not much to say. You got it.
yeah,
He's just still here. He's still here.
J. Cole's here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely people love him, and he's selling records for sure.
I know you heard him eat
But
up. I know you heard him eat up Benny the Butcher on his own song.
I heard the song, but
He ain't eat him up,
yeah, I didn't want to hear J. Cole on a Benny the Butcher Ton of Talk album.
so he didn't eat him up.
I was kind of disappointed. Eat 'em up.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't hear that.
Oh.
I mean, he literally started his verse or whatever. He was like, Benny the butcher, or he said the butcher's coming, and I was like, you gonna use Benny the butcher's line that he's been
Come
using?
on, you ain't
Like,
listen to the verse though. He
man,
said, "I was born on the day it was raining, and the sky open." I don't know what he was saying. Some shit though. He was snapping on that shit. Oh, but
yeah, I bet.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, J. Cole is yeah, it's not. We gotta have a bigger discussion about J. Cole
I mean,
and
we don't have to.
yeah, we really don't have to. But then we got Wiz Khalifa.
Uh-huh.
Wiz Khalifa still doing his thing. I say he's still pretty hot, and in terms of business and what he's doing and with his whole brand, when I think of Wiz Khalifa, I kind of think of Snoop Dogg, but not as big as Snoop Dogg. He's like a little Snoop Dogg,
Yeah, for sure.
like in terms of branding and stuff like that. But maybe there could be more to come in the future. But I think things were a little quiet. Not that he stopped dropping music, but in terms of audience and fans and everything,
Yeah,
I'm not sure exactly what it was.
I think he just stopped dropping them.
And I don't think he stopped dropping. I don't think that's what it was. And then they have Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is dropping many albums, and he's still going. I think some of his best albums is still probably to come. He's been working with some big name producers that I've been hearing, so I'm interested to see what albums is coming.
Yeah, man. He got Alfredo, Pinata, Bandana, Fetty.
I think he's been working with Pharrell.
I don't even think I want to hear that, but that would be cool though.
I want to hear anything Pharrell put out or got going on with artists.
Now that's what we need to have a big conversation about. But we gonna keep it moving. But other than Freddie Gibbs, I mean, we got Big Sean, who he's still out here. He's still he had a project with Hit Boy.
Yeah, Big Sean not even on the cover of this,
Yeah, he
but
is.
yeah, he's on the list.
He right next to Freddie Gibbs.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah.
he is on the cover. And then they got J Rock. J Rock. I'm excited to see what's coming next. I don't think J Rock has ever really been big or. I mean, he's big and hot because of TDE's name and their branding is so big, and he comes out with these great albums. But in terms of respect by the majority of fans and people around the world, I just don't see his name brought up in that type of light
Yeah.
just yet. So I don't know if I really want to say hot, but a great artist nonetheless.
I will say this about J Rock though. You know, he had that song "Win," like "Win, Win, Win, Win." That was an
Yeah,
anthem.
I mean that was with Kendrick Lamar.
He not on that song, is he? I
Yeah,
don't remember Kendrick being on that song. But yeah, no. But see, so he had that, but it was like an anthem for like the NBA would play it between commercial breaks and stuff like that. So I think that's a win. So that's dope that he made a new anthem that's relevant, still relevant. It's probably gonna be played 5-10 years from now. So that's super dope. Um, other than that, we do have
I guess maybe Kendrick Lamar was the hype man on the record.
yeah he had
I'm
like the
thinking
ad
that's it.
libs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, other than those people, I mean, a lot of these other people we haven't. I never heard a Dinah song. I never heard a Pill song. I've heard for Sean before, but all those people they not really like super.
You said Donis?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know who Donis is.
yeah.
I don't know who Fashawn is. I mean, OJ the Juice Man. He's definitely around.
Yeah, he just dropped
I,
recently.
I, I can't. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You want to speak more on OJ the Juice Man? Like, what do you know about him?
Not really. I mean, he he. I feel like he started rapping for a while, and then I think he dropped like sometime recently. So, but I wouldn't say like he's musically like super relevant right now.
Okay, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't know. I'm not gonna put J Rock in there, but I'm gonna say 5 out of 10 on this one.
Yeah. So they
I don't know. Are you gonna put Big Sean in there?
what do you say? I feel like yeah. I mean, he had an album with Hit Boy, good radio freestyle. People talking about him, pay attention to him. I think so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this was a real good year.
Yeah.
I mean, we seen 2009 was not the hottest. It was probably about 2 out of 10 on that one. 2007, we had about
Maybe 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10,
it's like
1 out of 10.
2007. What I mean, the only one we said was what Lupe and who else? You said Papoose.
I mean, now, like very recently, yeah. But
I mean, that's 2 out of 10.
yeah, maybe 3 with Boosie. But yeah, so we can
Yeah, I
say
mean,
2.
yeah, with Boosie.
We can add
Yeah.
both of them as a half point. So 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Half point.
Yeah, and then you said 09 is about 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Currency, Kid Cudi, Wale.
That's it. That's it. You got to cut it off
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta cut it off.
yeah. So three out of 10. No, so we gonna say 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, and 5 out of 10.
Yeah, 2010 got like one of the best years in there. Okay, so 2011, they got Meek Mill, Big Crit, Sci-Hi, Lil Twist, Yellow Wolf, Fred the Godson, Mac Miller, YG, Lil B, Kendrick Lamar, and Diggy Simmons.
Man, okay. Well, there's a lot here. I, I mean, man, it's some artists on here that's really good, and then there's some artists on here that we ain't never heard from again. Like we never heard from Lil Twist. We barely heard from Diggy Simmons.
Lil Twist went to jail though because he was hanging out with JB, Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, then he stole his Lambo or something, right?
I don't know, but I mean, it's not like his music was popping then either.
Yeah,
Industry plant, Cash Money, be doing their promo for
yeah,
sure.
they definitely did.
Fred the Godson, I know he passed recently. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, R.I.P. Fred the Godson.
Yellow Wolf, he had a decent run in the beginning, but when I think of Yellow Wolf now, it's just not
Yeah,
that big. I wouldn't put him up there. Mac Miller, rest in peace, another one. And yeah, he was huge at the time and garnered a lot of attention.
hmm
So definitely was. I'm still gonna put him on a hot list. YG.
Man, I ain't heard from YG in so long. He might have dropped something, but I didn't hear it.
Lil B, Kendrick Lamar, of course, and Diggy Simmons.
Yeah,
Diggy, I don't even know why he was on the list in 2011. Like, I don't remember a song or anything that was really big, a record that was all over. That sounded like an industry kind of thing. Like, maybe because his father was Run DMC. Like, I feel like that's something probably would have had to do with it.
yeah, I do remember him being decent at rapping. He had like a tape.
There's a lot of decent rappers, though.
Yeah, that's true. But then, like, if you're decent and you got a pops that's like Run, it's Rev Run.
A legend.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, one of the leaders of hip hop in general.
yeah, we gonna look
Of
at
course,
you.
you're gonna just throw your name in there.
Of course. So, yeah, I haven't heard from him. But so out of this one,
What would you say about Meek Mill and Big Crit and Sci-Hi?
man, those are tough, man, because Big Crit, Big Crit did have a tape last year that I liked. Meek Mill, I haven't really liked a lot of Meek Mill stuff recently. That don't mean he not still popping. Sci the Prince ain't dropped since his last album, which was probably like 2016, 2017. So
It was a great project too.
great, man. That was probably one of the best that year. But we still haven't heard from him.
It's probably his best project ever.
I don't know. He done wrote on a lot of Kanye projects. So
Yeah, I'm talking about Sci-Hi the Prince album
yeah,
though.
one of his. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So I would say on this one, like we gotta put Mac Miller on there. We gotta put Kendrick Lamar on there.
Meek Mill.
Yeah, we gotta put Meek Mill on there. I wouldn't even put, I definitely wouldn't put Sci-Hi on there, even though I think he's great.
Nah, I'm not putting Sci-Hi on there at all.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the fence with Big Crit because I heard his stuff recently.
I'm on the fence with YG and Big Crit and YG. That's two names that I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. I feel like both maybe a half point.
Yeah, let's do that again. Let's do the half point again because I've heard music from Big Crit that I liked last year. YG, I haven't heard
Yeah.
anything in a minute, but so let's do like 4 out of 10 on this one. So it seems like
That's not bad.
yeah, that's not bad.
So 2010, 2011, maybe they chose pretty much right. And okay, they got 2012, Future, huge, pause, Kid Ink, Danny Brown, French Montana, Macklemore, Don Tripp. Never heard of that. Machine Gun Kelly, Hobson, Iggy Azalea, and Roscoe Dash.
God damn.
I feel like this list is quick.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, you got to put Future up there. You got to put MGK up there too, though.
Yeah, yeah. MGK kind of made that transition to rock and been killing it in that space too.
Yeah, for sure. So you got to put him up on there, even though it's not rap. But
So yeah, two out of 10 on this.
I mean, other than that, yeah, it got to be Frenchman. Man, kidding. I'm just looking at these names, like looking at these
I mean,
names, like
French
man.
Montana maybe a quarter a point, 2.25.
Nah, I ain't gonna give him no points. And I'm gonna tell you why though, because I just hated the rollout for his last album. How he was like, "Oh, y'all forgot? Y'all acting like I'm not, you can't." This is my thing. You can't.
Like he has a bunch of singles that like you can't take that away from him,
Yeah,
and he has a bunch of like good features. But
but you also can't force people to be like, "Oh, he's relevant." Yeah, your music is good. So your solo music is good. Like you can't force people to like they either like it or they don't. And I felt like,
yeah, he's trying to make people like look at him like an OG or a legend in the game, or like he moved the needle.
and he an OG though. Like he was doing the DVDs back in the day, and him and Max B was doing their thing. Like, of course, like he an OG, but like you can't make people either gonna like the music or they not gonna like the music. You can't force people to like it. So that's why I can't put him on there.
I just feel like he's never came out with an entire project. I mean, he always had that hit and that single, but when I look at his projects, it's never been a full effort, a great full effort that's really good.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like we could say that probably about a lot of the people on this list. To be honest, like I don't know about Hobson. I really don't. I can't even call Hobson. Hobson might be popping right now, but
Yeah, I want to move on to
all
2013.
right.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about Hobson. So 2013 is Schoolboy Q, Trinidad James, Joey Badass, Ab-Soul, Logic, Action Bronson, Kurt Cobain, Travis Scott, and the 10th spot winner they got Dizzy Wright, Angel Hayes, and Chief Keef.
Yeah, man, this was an interesting one, man, and it's kind of the same thing. Like, there's a lot of people that's still popping, and there's a lot of people that we have not heard from once again. So I feel like people that's still popping definitely. Dang, I don't know. This kind of hard though, cause Travis Scott. I mean, he had his controversy. Chief Keef.
I don't know. I like 2 points, 2 out of 10 on this. Schoolboy Q
Hmm.
and Travis Scott.
I was gonna say 4 out of 10 because I was gonna put Joey Badass and Chief Keef in there too.
I don't think you could put Joey Badass in this conversation.
I don't know. He done dropped a few singles recently, so like, people are paying attention to him. So that's why I feel like,
When was
yeah,
the last album?
shit. I don't even know. I don't even know, man.
Like that was his last album was Before the Money in 2015, I think.
Damn. Yeah. So I don't know. But one thing I will say about him, with him and Trinidad James, because Trinidad James has this good sneaker show on YouTube I like called Full Size Run. And Joey Badass, of course, was on, the Wu Tang, documentary on Hulu. So they
Yeah,
doing things outside of music that's super dope. But musically, I can't even give it to him.
yeah, and that's what we talk about musically. Like if they still relevant in music.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people will probably be like, "What about Logic?" And the response will definitely be, "What about him?"
No, but you can't say he's not still relevant though. I think he might still be relevant. I don't listen to him. I never listen to him, but I think he might still be somebody that people, will run to. Like if he drops something, people go run to it. And I can't say that about a lot of people on Chief Keef. Okay, I'm gonna say 3 out of 10 on this one. I would say Schoolboy Q, put Travis Scott, put Chief Keef, just because Chief Keef always gonna be relevant.
I mean, I would say Schoolboy Q, Travis Scott, yeah, Chief Keef, just because of like his respect amongst a lot of rappers today, and like
Right,
it seems like, and people really are inspired by the drill music and everything that happened in Chicago.
right.
A lot of artists today, for sure. Even New York Star running, trying to run with it.
Yeah, New York did it. Jacksonville, Florida tried to do it. UK has their own drill thing. So yeah, man.
I think I seen something from the game that was talking about Drillmatic. So I don't. I'm interested to see maybe he's doing like a drill album that's coming or a project that's coming. I'm not sure.
Man, I hope not.
Yeah, with Hit Boy, but we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I guess Logic as well. So I mean, 3.5.
Yeah, let's give him a 3.5. Let's give him a 3.5, man.
You want to talk about 2014?
Yes, sir. So 2014, we got Chance the Rapper, Rich Homie Quan, Isaiah Rashad, Ty Dolla Sign, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, Troy Ave, Vic Mensa, Lil Bibby, John Connor, and then two 10th spot winners with August Alsina and Jaron Benton. Man, this one is even worse to me. Like it's not there's not a whole lot of relevant people on here right now. If anything, I'll say Isaiah Rashad, Ty Dolla Sign, Dirk, of course. And that's really it.
Is Ty Dolla Sign relevant? I wouldn't give him a point.
I feel like he is. He dropped the album, him and Division dropped the album last year. That was pretty good.
It wasn't really loved, or I didn't see a lot of people talking about it or
Nah, that's true.
saying they really enjoyed it.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't really see
And
it
that is
either.
something Ty Dolla Sign just made. And his projects, I haven't seen like a solo Ty Dolla Sign project in a little minute, but he has been a bunch of features and working with a bunch of artists. So I guess we can still say he's hot.
Yeah, I would just say like on the feature side, yeah, for sure. Like people gonna go grab Ty Dolla Sign way before a lot of people.
Vic Mensa is starting to go on the screen and be in shows, but not necessarily in music.
Yeah, and we had talked about like he did drop like the VIC tapes. I think it was 3 different tapes last year that I really liked it. But as you said, like if we talking about like relevant for real, it can't just be us listening to it. So yeah, I can't really put him on there. But I will put Isaiah Rashad and
Chance the Rapper.
nah. We already know. We already know.
I mean, if we're gonna put Logic on the list, you got to put Chance.
But, no, but this is why we can't put Chance though, because his last album, The Big Day, it was a joke. Like people still joke about that album to this day. So and how he was talking about how he loves his wife and stuff like that, which I mean ain't nothing wrong with that, but people was expecting something different from Chance, and that's not what they got.
It just wasn't a good music. It was a good It wasn't a good album, and I think him talking so much about his wife and everything like that, that was okay with jokes or whatever. But at the end of the day, it wasn't good music. Like you can talk about your wife and loving people, and there's plenty of love songs and stuff like that that people love.
Hmm.
People just didn't like his music.
Yeah, and so that's why I can't put him on there, because people really,
Like I said, excuse.
when your album turned into a joke versus oh this is good, like it's I can't say that I mean you relevant, but not for your music being good, if that makes sense.
August Alsina.
Nah, nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah. Nah, everybody else is kind of a wash on this one. Lil B, I really don't understand how Lil Bibby really got on here in the first place. He was
You
big.
said what?
I said I don't understand how Lil Bibby got on here in the first place.
Lil Bibby. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know who John Connor is. Yeah, I've never heard that. I don't know who Jaron Bitten is.
yeah. John Connor, I believe, was signed to Dr. Dre. Um, I think he's from Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
Dr. Dre signed him?
Yeah,
What a flop.
I mean, yeah, he done had a few. Dr. Dre done had a few flops, which that's a big conversation too. But yeah, so other than that, I mean, this one probably like a 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10.
You ain't gonna say nothing about Vic Mensa?
No, I did. Remember I said he dropped VIC tapes?
Oh yeah, Vic Mensa. I don't know why I was thinking Vince Staples, but all right.
Yeah, yeah. Their names too similar. But go ahead with the next one.
2015, the class there they got Dej Loaf, Fetty Wap, Gold Link, K Camp, OG Mako, Rory, Shy Glizzy, Tink, Vince Staples, and they got the 10th spot winner, Kid.
Come on, man. Kid.
Kid, man.
Really though?
Yeah, I don't know why he was on the list.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Maybe in 2015
No,
something was going
no,
on,
bro.
but yeah,
I
I don't
remember
know.
when his list came out and I seen he was on there. I just didn't. I never understood it.
It got to be an industry pick.
It had to be because you know he Young Money, so
I think Tink got to be an industry pick.
I think so too. And we was talking earlier how she was signed to Timberland around that time. So
Exactly. And I don't know any music that popped off from her. I know people kind of like the music and the raps and stuff like that, but it never went anywhere.
yeah, it didn't. But she's dope. But she's not. Yeah, she just wasn't able to get that relevancy.
Yeah, I feel like music speaks for itself, and they just didn't like it. I mean, Lauryn Hill put out what, one album? People loved her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So off of one album, but I mean, if we gonna talk about this one, man, I mean, shit, man, it's not even. I don't even know if I want to put anybody on the relevancy list on 2015.
what about Vince Staples?
I mean, I like his music, but I wouldn't say the masses like it. You know,
Gold Link? I really like Gold Link music.
right? Once again, you like it, but does everybody like if Gold Link dropped today, is people running to it? You know,
I'm listening to it.
I mean, you are. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna listen to it too.
Uh, Dej Loaf.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't say she's still relevant either. Fetty Wap definitely fell off. And he'll tell you himself that he fell off. You know, K Camp.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one. I want to give somebody a half a point just because I don't want to be like just give 0 out of 10. That's crazy.
If anything, I mean, if anybody could get it, it would either be K Camp or Vince Staples.
K Camp.
Yeah, K Camp. I mean, the thing about him, I think he big like in the South. I don't think he like, and he do have a hit every now and again, but I think K Camp is probably bigger like down south, especially like Atlanta.
Yeah, K Camp definitely got some singles. But I mean, if we're doing locally, you can say that about a lot of artists. Then
That's true. That's very true.
we talking about all over. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put a 0 on
Yeah,
that
we
one.
might have to just go and go with 0 then. All right. Well,
Yeah, 2015 might be the worst year.
yeah, man.
That's what it sounds like. It's got a 0
It's not. We gonna get to that. It's not the worst year. It might be the worst year who didn't
so
pop.
far.
Yeah, so far, yeah, for sure, for sure. But go ahead and get into 2016.
2016, you got the 10th spot winner Lil Yachty, Designer, Dave East, Denzel Curry, G Herbo, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Dicky, Anderson .Paak, 21 Savage, and Kodak Black.
Yeah. So, and this was what 5, 6 years ago. So I think,
I feel like it's gonna get harder because when we talk about some of the artists from like 2007 to now, like they had time for their career to mature and see where they were heading. But the further that we get, it's like I feel like they deserve a little bit of time to figure out where their career is gonna go and head. But I guess we'll just speak on like how is it going so far. So this ain't no shot further down like we get down the list. But we will say it's quiet right now.
because there's definitely some people on here that's quiet for sure. So I mean, on this one, I feel like pretty much everybody's still doing their thing, man. Yeah, I really don't have anything bad to say about anybody on 2016. People probably would say something about Designer or Lil Dicky or
Yeah, I feel like Lil Dicky's show on Hulu is really good. I like Dave East on Wu Tang. He's killing Method Man that role. So like they've kind of moved on beyond the music. I feel like,
yeah,
and but in terms of music, not so high anymore.
yeah, I would
Lil
agree.
Yachty, we've seen a pretty big decline from Lil Yachty from when he first began.
Yeah, like maybe popularity wise, but I feel like his music got so much better over time.
Yeah, in terms of popularity,
Yeah,
definitely went down. So I wouldn't give him any point. Designer, no. Denzel Curry he definitely has his fan and he can rap his ass off. And I really like this project that he just dropped.
yeah, yep, yeah, it was pretty good. So you gotta put him up there. He pretty good still.
Anderson .Paak he's up there for sure.
Hmm.
21 Savage is killing the albums.
Yeah, the rest of them, I mean, like people just gonna run to it. Like Uzi dropped people running. 21 Kodak dropped people running. G Herbo dropped people
I
running.
don't know about that. Kodak dropped people running.
Nah,
I don't feel like Kodak ever had like a super huge release of an album like that. I mean, I guess yeah, he did like before he went to jail and stuff like that.
yeah, painting pictures was good.
Yeah, that's probably one of his best albums.
Hmm.
Well, ever since he got out, It's been very quiet for Kodak Black. I mean, he recently got that hot single Gremlin, but it was more of a shot at his man.
Yeah, that Jack Boy. Yeah, pretty much. But people still run into it though. Like if Kodak drop a single, people run into it for sure. Same with G Herbo. G Herbo is a good album artist. Like I feel like you can play his stuff straight through. But then a lot of people say his flow is, his flow gets on their nerves or whatever. But I think he's pretty dope still.
I didn't care about G Herbo's latest album.
Yeah, honestly, I ain't like the latest one either. But the ones before that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's pretty quiet for G Herbo.
I disagree. I feel like he's somebody that the young kids look up to, like from the drill scene, and they might get him on the song. So I think that if he drop or if he come out with a single, people still gonna listen for sure. I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's quiet. The last project from him I really liked, I guess, was PTSD, which was 2020. But I mean, then he came out with a mixtape with Young 88 or
Southside,
yeah, Southside, like that camp over there.
yeah, that was good. Swerve.
So yeah, Swervo, he had some good songs on there, and liked where he was going with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't give him a whole point. Yeah, I mean, we already know that what Uzi Vert's doing. Like he's hot,
Oh yeah, for sure.
one of the hottest artists right now. So I mean, on this list personally, I'm gonna say what we got here: one, two, three, four, maybe,
Yeah, I say probably
maybe a 4 out of 10. Like I'm gonna say 4 out of 10.
5, 4. 4 is good. 4 is good. No, I'm gonna say 5. Actually, it really might be 6 though, because I'm putting 21 Uzi, Kodak. I'm putting Yachty, Denzel Curry, and G Herbo. That's me though. So I'd probably say 5 or 6 on that one.
I put Anderson Paak, 21 Savage,
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert, and Denzel Curry. But that's it.
Okay, I feel that.
So that's my four on this. But the other ones is quiet. That I think we'll see what happens. That's why I said later on, like, but right now it's just quiet, and the fans are popularity.
You can't say it's quiet for Kodak when he just had a hit, or you can if you want to. Let's move on to 2017. So, um,
Yeah, I mean, I heard all the songs before that track, and it just wasn't good. So I'm not just gonna say off of just that one.
yeah,
But all right, yeah, 2017, A Boogie with the Hoodie. I don't know how to say this dude's name. Amini, is that how you say it?
Amine.
Yeah, and then Cap G, Kamaya, Kyle, Made in Tokyo, Playboy Cardi, B&B Rock, Ugly God, and then Tim Spot, Triple X Tentacion.
Yeah, man,
So this list, I'm gonna say for sure A Boogie with the Hoodie's hot.
I disagree.
Playboy Cardi and Triple X Tentacion. So I'm gonna give this one 3.
How is A Boogie hot though? He ain't dropped in so long, and
He has dropped. He just recently dropped his album before Ava.
oh, I ain't shit. I don't know. So people was fucking with
I don't know.
it.
I don't know. I don't know if he was fucking with it or not, but I feel like A Boogie's with the Hoodie is one of the most talented artists out of New York and of this kind of like generation with his music and melodies and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm gonna say he's hot.
I don't know. I could never get into him for some reason. I don't know what it was, but um, yeah, I definitely know he got a huge fan base in New York and stuff like that, and countrywide. But yeah, I guess I would say him. I would say him, Cardi, as you said, and then Triple X. It's really everybody else is just kind of not like Cap G fell off immediately afterwards. Kyle,
I don't remember Cap G ever being on.
yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really speak on it.
Industry.
I wouldn't say industry. I feel like they was trying to make like they was trying to pick somebody not black because he Hispanic of some sort. So I think they was trying to do like a. It was like, oh yeah, let's throw somebody else on the list. Let's switch it up.
Man, there's always a lot of artists that everybody when they have the voting going up and people be voting for names. And man, there's just so many other people
Yeah,
that that you can choose from, and it's just like when you see the list, I can understand some people be frustrated or irritated when they see certain names, and I feel like he's one of those people.
yeah, because he honestly he wasn't making a noise at that time. Like, I remember when this list came out. I remember seeing Cap G was on there, and I had heard of him before that, but he wasn't popping. Like all these other
Yeah,
people,
Kamaya. Yeah,
I was about to say all these other people was popping like at that time.
yeah. Kamaya had a good little project that she dropped around the time. Cal had, I think he had a single out. We already know Ugly Guy had a single out. Water.
Yeah,
I feel like he really regrets that now because he started changing his style and everything.
yeah, he did.
Like, man, it's just he's just not good.
I still think he has potential though. He had a tape that dropped like 2017 and maybe 2018, maybe 2019
Doesn't he
actually.
make his own beats and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like maybe he should like transition into that from making beats for other people and maybe try to work a different lane. I don't know if that's what he's doing now. I don't know.
I don't know.
But in terms of music, I'm gonna be real. I don't like the name. Like I don't like the whole image of it, and I feel like a lot of people don't like it either. Ugly God, like come on.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting name. I remember I was listening to DJ Academics the other day. And he was talking about how he was talking to Ugly God and wondering why he hadn't been dropping music. And he was just saying like, I guess
No one want to hear it.
he was saying that. I guess DJ Ack was saying like he was making excuses like, oh, I don't want to drop it because of this and because of that. So he might be holding himself back, honestly. But so out of this one,
He know nobody want to hear it. That's why.
I mean, possibly, I
He
don't
know
know.
the numbers.
I guess so. It don't really, yeah. I
So the
don't.
next year,
Now, what we giving this one?
oh, this one, I think I put, what was it? Three out of 10.
Yeah, we could say 3. Triple X, Cardi, and A Boogie. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
2018. You can do this one.
Yeah, man. 2018. We got a couple of people on here. We got Ski Master Slump God, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, JID or JID, Stefan Dine, Black Boy JB, YBN Namir, Wi-Fi's Funeral, and Trippy Red. So to me, this one has a lot of people that's still relevant. But then it also has a lot of people that's definitely not relevant at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like some people are just quiet, and this is where they could still have something about to drop, but as of now, I don't know. Like this, how we rating this might be a little different than if we were to rate this next year.
Yeah, that's true. Cause we getting close to 2022. So, but for 2018, man, it's quiet. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's quiet for Smoke Perp. It's quiet for Black Boy JB and YBN Namir. It's kind of quiet for Wi-Fi's Funeral too.
Oh, it's definitely gonna stay quiet.
For all them or just Wi-Fi?
Yep, all of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's people who I think gonna stay quiet.
Did I say
Lil
Lil Pump?
Pump,
Yeah, yeah. I meant to say him.
Smoke Perp,
Yeah,
Stefan Don. I don't know why she's even on the list. Block Boy JB, he had a single and stuff around that time, but it's gonna be quiet.
yeah.
He already talked about like his career, man. Like he be complaining on social medias. YBN Amir, yeah, he's a joke. And then last album, people hate it.
That's what I was about to say. They was laughing at that one song.
Yeah, YBN they dead. Wi-Fi Funeral, man, it's just quiet.
I'm sure you never even heard of him before.
Yeah, I listen to his projects and stuff like that.
Okay, I was about to say because I like him. Like he actually kind of dope. Like in that if we talking about that type of realm of music, like I think he's one of the.
I mean, when I think about his realm, it's like him, Wi-Fi, Smoke Perp, Lil Pump, like Ski Mask. They was all like this year was all in the same realm. When you think about music,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. And they actually, all of them are from Florida too. Ski
mm,
Mask, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, and Wi-Fi's Funeral.
I'm gonna say 2 out of 10 on this.
Okay, but who's your 2?
JID and Trippy Red.
You're not putting Ski Mask up there?
Nah, he's quiet.
I'm putting Ski Mask up there, like personally, just because he has a crazy fan base that
I feel like because you like him and he's
I
a
do, but
personal favorite for you.
I also see that other people, like, of course, in his relationship with Triple X too. So people go and his relationship with Juice World. So people go.
What project are you really listening to now, or what music are you? That's why when I say quiet, like I don't see anything recently.
Now he did drop a tape last year that was pretty good. I think it was called Mental Magneto. It has some good sounds on there. I mean, I think if he dropped, the people gonna run to it. So
I don't know. I feel like he's more of a local artist at this point, and not
nah, he definitely not local. He's definitely not local. He got the same fans that Triple X and Juice World got. Like it's pretty much the same fan base. You know, it might be less, but it's the same people.
It's definitely a lot less. I mean, you can look at the numbers. So yeah, when you try to compare Triple X and Juice World, like it's completely different classes. Like it's not. It's really not close at all.
And I think
Like that's not close.
in my personal opinion, he's a better rapper than them too. But that's another conversation for another day. But I like his little fast rap shit he be doing. So
Ooh, moving on. 2019.
hmm
The Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, YBN Corday. Well, it's not YBN no more. It's Corday. I guess he said put some respect on his name. Rico Nasty, Gunna, Comethazine, Tierra Whack, Lil Mosey, Roddy Rich, Blueface, and YK Osiris.
yeah, man, it's quiet for a lot of these niggas, man. Definitely a little quiet for Lil Mosey and YK and Blueface and Comethazine. And other than that,
Nah, I feel like I got 6 on this one as of right now
that's quiet.
because like it's 2019 and like it's still a bit more time. We'll see where it goes, but I got 6 out of 10 on this.
Nah, it's quiet for. I mean, the Baby still popping. Meg Thee Stallion
Megan Thee
still popping.
Stallion still
Yeah.
popping. Corday's popping.
Rico kinda.
Gunna,
Gunna, yes.
Rico's not popping. Gunna's popping. Tierra Whack, people still looking for. Roddy Witch, still popping.
Even though his album flop.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a flop in terms of all the numbers and stuff like that. But did I think it was personally like in terms of music and the quality of the album? And I feel like majority of his fans, I feel like people did see like the sophomore flop.
Yeah.
But I still think he's hot and like right now, and people will pay a top dollar for his features and want him on their songs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I won't debate on that. Like he's definitely still relevant in that sense. So yeah, I could see 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10 maybe. The Baby, Meg, Gunna, Tierra, and Roddy Rich. I put Rico in there, but that's really because I like Rico Nasty. But so we could probably put 5 out of 10.
Yeah, like I'm like if I say personally, I mean I do like Rico Nasty, like some of her music like in the past, but yeah, she be getting booed off stage.
Yeah, I mean, but that don't mean she trash though. That just mean the fans don't fuck with her. Which I mean, that's relevant. That's relevant.
Yeah, I mean she's not
Yeah,
hot.
yeah. So yeah, so that's 2019. Let's move into 2020, man. We getting into the
I mean Blueface, YKSRs, I mean
yeah, nah.
yeah.
It's kind of quiet musically for them. I still see them in the news and stuff, but
Nah, I feel like Blueface started his little show
yeah,
on reality TV and stuff like that. But maybe going social media is a better route for him than music.
yeah,
Because music just wasn't it.
yeah. He really ain't put too much effort into it in the first place. So
YK began hold by Drake and everybody who around him. He just a fan of the industry.
yeah, that go back to my earlier point. Like when people laughing at you, like it's not. I mean, you could say all press is good press, but like people laughing at that Mirror album, people laughing at like it's not good. So it's a little bit quiet musically. 2020,
Definitely not a good thing.
nope. So 2020, Polo G, we got Cowboy, NLE Chopper, Lil Key, Chica, Lil TJ, Jack Harlow, Baby Keem, Rod Wave, Lotto, Big Lotto, 5-Year Foreign, and 10th spot winner 24K Golden. What you think about this one?
Let me see. Man, definitely Polo G's hot. Jack Harlow's hot right
For
now.
sure.
Baby Keem, Rod Wave is hot.
Yeah. Big Lotto hot, 5-Year hot, 24K Golden hot. Most of these people still making noise for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing, like because their career just starting off, so it's hard to say like where exactly the career is gonna go. I mean, I can make assumptions based on some of the past years. It's like you can see the numbers start to dwindle down. Like how many out of 10 like still has a relevant name?
Okay, so let's make assumptions then. So out of this list, who gonna be the most relevant person in 10 years? Who do you think?
Yeah, I like that. Like who we think is the most relevant people on this list right now? Um, from 10 years from now, I'm gonna say Polo G.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, it's hard to say, man. Like I would say Jack Harlow.
I don't know if Jack Harlow's gonna be. Yeah, like that's the thing when it's white artists. Like he can rap.
But then I also feel like he gonna do the MGK thing and kind of switch his style up at some point.
I don't think he's that type of person, but
I didn't think MGK
I
was
don't
either.
think rock and roll is like his thing.
I mean, he is from Kentucky. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Polo G. I would say NLE Chopper, just because of his like personality. Because I did watch an interview with him like a couple of days ago, and he seemed like he a good talker and he can talk his way into being relevant. So I'm thinking it might be him.
I mean, that don't work for music. Maybe social media,
But music changing now though.
but
Music changing now.
people listen to it. I mean, didn't he just drop something?
Yeah, he just dropped the album on Friday.
You
Um,
heard it? Any of
nah,
it?
nah, I ain't.
Yeah.
I'm not no.
So I'm not gonna put him up there.
Yeah,
Nobody's rushing to it.
but I'm saying in 10 years. I mean, out of all these people, like maybe Baby King, because he got Kendrick, behind him, but musically,
Yeah, I'm not saying like I don't think they're gonna be huge. I got a feeling like Baby Keem could have some years longer, but I'm almost interested to see where the music is gonna head next. I'm not exactly sure. Like I guess with melodic blues, we saw a little bit of growth from his sporadic rhymes.
yeah, from Die for My Bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of immature stage and kind of growing to more melodies that will resonate with more people. That's what I feel like he tried to do more with this album, the melodic blues. Rod Wave, I feel like he has a lot of potential, and but just basically what he's been saying, like on online, how he doesn't really like the fans and like well, not even I'm not gonna say the fans, but like the spotlight or anything like
Yeah,
that.
like the fame.
That already counts a red, like put up a red flag for me.
Yeah,
And then he's already talking about the labels, like make him do stuff and make him put out certain kind of music. And I don't know, that's like he's still super young, so that's a big red flag when an artist is like that, talking like that already. And
yeah,
so he has so many fans and people love his music so much right now. I think you just gotta embrace it and take it to a new level. That's really what I want to see. But the way he's talking, I don't know.
yeah. That's the thing, because he might just go missing for like 10 years, because he don't really like being in the spotlight. But
Exactly. You see artists who just go quiet for years at a time, and it's always because they had label troubles or they didn't like the blah 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 or whatever.
Andre 3000, Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing them to him, but yeah, same thing. But I can see it being Polo G. I can see it being Ride Wave.
Fabio still got a lot to prove.
It's definitely not gonna be Fabio. He already kind of, I think, ain't he like 30 something already? So like,
Hmm.
I don't know, man. But yeah, so that's what I would say. I would say either Polo G, NLE Chopper, or Ride Wave. So let's go ahead and move on to the most recent one, 2021. Let's see, who do we have here? We got Moray, Ian Dior, Lakia, 10th spot winner DDG, another Michigan guy, 42 Doug, another Michigan guy, Ruby Rose, Blast, Pooh Shiesty, Tusi, Coy Ray, and Flo Millie. Shout out to Flo Millie from Alabama. I think she's from Mobile or Montgomery. Yes,
How did Ruby Rose get on this list?
man,
Industry, like, woo.
I don't know, man.
How did that happen? I got a couple ideas, but I'm digress. So yeah, this list right here. Who do we think is gonna be hot off this list? Who? Let's start
Yeah,
there.
let's say in 10 years, who you think gonna still be like, making waves, making noise?
Ooh, 10 years. That's a long time. I say 5 years.
Yeah, okay, let's say five. All right.
Because in 10 years, it may not be nobody on this list.
Dead
Pooh
ass.
Shiesty might just be getting out of jail in 10.
Shit, yeah, low
So
key. So yeah, who you thinking? Me personally, for off top, I'm thinking Murray. I'm thinking Murray. Like it gotta be. If it's not him, I don't know who else is gonna be on this list.
yeah, I'm going with none. Like nobody.
Nobody?
Yeah, nobody on this list.
Okay, why you say that?
I I'm just not a fan of anyone on this list here. Not one. And when I think of like longevity and everything, I just don't see any of these people uh, having a long career.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They dropped two XXL dropped the ball on this one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Pooh Shiesty was, of course, the Pooh Shiesty was still like he's hot right now. I would say I'll give him a point for sure. But given the case and things like that that I've read so far about him and sentencing and all that, and yeah, I mean, 42 Doug, I'm really liking his music and I like to see where he's going. But a lot of his latest projects, I just feel like it's all for his hood and not really connecting. It's not. I don't know. I feel like a disconnect in 42 Doug's music lately.
Okay, interesting.
So we'll see where it goes. But in 5 years, yeah, I'm gonna say zero on this one.
Well, I'm gonna say Murray just because I feel like he can sing really well. I think he's a good writer. We can see, like his very first big single that popped off, "Quicksand." Like that was a song that really connected with people, and they really was fucking with it. And I think that if he keep making music like that, that really connects with people, like he can still be here in 5, 10, 15 years. I wouldn't even say any like Coyle Ray's not really musically relevant right now, or Tusi. Like a few of these people, like Ruby Rose, probably not. She just look good. No disrespect to her, but like she do look good. I won't say her music
I
fire.
mean, that's your personal opinion.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not. I don't know. It might be quiet for a couple of these people in a couple years, but yeah, man,
All right.
that was the list, man. That was everybody from '07 to 2021, man. Let us know what you guys thinking. Did we drop the ball? Did we miss? Like, we talking some bullshit. So definitely interact with
Yeah, I
us.
want to hear what the fans say about the double XL and does it really even matter or like are you still looking for these artists from back then today?
Yeah, I don't know,
And
man.
I kind of want to discuss that topic a little bit now.
Okay.
We talked about we kind of ranked it in like the number of people we thought and all that kind of going on. Now I kind of want to discuss now that we've seen that it's only like a few people every year that really make it. It's the double XL industry, and then I did a little bit of research and I looked into the this industry list that came out this past year, and they discussing some people who are part of the voting process and who put some of these names in a hat,
Right.
and they had three whole covers here, and they're like DJs, A&Rs, people part of labels, a lot of names that people like. People probably know their names, but they don't know faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you looked at this, is that kind of what you got when you looked at it?
Yeah. I could recognize a couple of faces on this cover, but I just couldn't. I couldn't pick out names. I definitely see some people on here I know. I see the TDE guys on here. I see the QC guys. DJ Drama's on here. I think that's Russell Simmons. Um, yeah, so there's definitely some people on here that we know of. Steve Rifkin is on here. A lot of people, a lot of different like A&Rs and stuff like that. But
There are definitely people connected to the labels and the music
yeah,
records who spinning these records. So I think that this is a big deal and a big part of how like a lot of these names where when people see the list and be like, how did this name get on here? It's because of these people right here on this in this industry list.
hmm
And we're gonna put the link up to this article that so you guys can kind of look at a bunch of names. There's literally every cover. There's probably about 20 people. So we're not gonna go off and name all these people off.
no,
But you guys can go check it out. But and do a little bit of digging into their names. But when I look at this, I can see why a lot of these names are picked
yeah, because
for
a lot
sure.
of people from their labels is probably getting like they probably already signed to them. Then it's like, okay, we're
Exactly.
gonna put them on there to give them some type of push. And I think that could be a factor when they choosing because it can't be. I don't think they really tapped in with what's really going on in the music world. Because
And I don't think it's pure votes from the fans either
no, it's
that
definitely
they're
not.
just choosing.
Not just the 10th spot. I think the 10th spot might be the fan vote, but I feel like,
Yeah, okay.
and I also feel like it's a lot of old motherfuckers on here too. So what I'm saying, I ain't trying to age shame, but like they not really tapped
There's some
in.
young people on here too,
Who
for
who
sure.
young on here? Ain't nobody on this list under 30.
No, they had there's definitely some people on the 30 right now. I don't know by name exactly, but you guys can do a little bit of research into it. But there's definitely a few young people on this list who are A&Rs
Nah,
who will be picking up talent that I know for sure.
I see a lot of gray hairs on this list, man. But I
Yeah.
mean, my reason of saying that just because like music, rap music specifically is like a young man's game sometimes. Like I feel like it kind of
For
always has
sure.
been like that, you know. So and it's like, what do these old people know about what's really hot in the street? Like what's really happening, what people really listening to, you know?
Exactly.
I feel like they make their picks, like you said, based off of, oh, this who's signed to me. Oh,
Networking.
yeah. Oh, I talked to this guy before. He kind of cool. Let me vote for him. You know, I don't think they really tapped
I mean,
in.
every once in a while they may pick outside the bubble. Oh yeah, just I'm really listening to this person, but
Yeah,
unless you really tapped in and trying to like check out everyone, and then but a lot of these people have their own artists to really think about. They're not
yeah,
trying to listen to all these new artists. They're just trying to build up their artists, and they're worried about that because that's what creates their check.
and that's fair. Y'all can do that, but do that. Don't get off of the board. That's my thing. Like, if we really trying to uplift and the people that's really popping out here, like the new artists, like, and y'all not really even like you said, they don't got no time to listen to music like we do. Like they got whole labels
Exactly.
to run. They got people to A&R. They so it's like,
Yeah, I know a lot of artists that be like, man, f the double XL picks and stuff like that, and they felt like, man, like back when I wanted it, and they probably did like deserve a spot like over some of the people, but
yep,
they didn't get the opportunity just because they didn't have the same network and the connections at the time. So I mean that just proves it. Like sometimes networks is key,
it is.
and
Yeah,
because a lot of these artists they do get some type of recognition, and people do happen to look up the artist and see what's going on. So it's a missed opportunity for a lot of artists. So I feel the sentiment of man, F the double XL, because like I just be looking at it like man, like there's so much more that can be done and spotlight that can be shined on some of these newer artists and different acts
yeah,
who eventually do become super successful, and then double XL will try to contact like, oh, we'll give you a cover, blah blah blah, and at that point it's like they don't even want to do it no more.
exactly. Yeah. No, and there's so many different new artists. Like I listen to new artists, and there's so many that I listen to. I'm like, okay, he good. He got potential. But it's just like I know they're not hearing them. I know because they got 50,000 plays. They might got 100,000. So it's like,
Hmm.
why? Like, back to your question of is this even still relevant? Like, do people look at it as fans? I feel like fans still look at it just to look at it. I say for myself, like it don't hold no real weight for me. I don't know if it ever actually did, but in 2021, 2022, like it's definitely not holding no weight of like, oh, I'm about to listen to him. Because me as a music fan,
I feel like what I do kind of pay attention when the double XL drops their list and stuff like that, and what I look forward to is the ciphers and stuff that be going on. So, like, what's some of your like favorite ciphers over the years? I know you probably got a few, or we'll name off a few each.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I would agree. That's definitely one of the more exciting parts. Man, I got a few, man. First, I'm just gonna bring up Kodak Black, man. Kodak Black, he wasn't really saying shit, but I just love his intro line where he was like, "Who the fuck picked this old sorry ass beat?" And I think 21 Savage was in the back laughing. Like, I think everybody was laughing. So, got to put Kodak on there. Denzel Curry was on that same cipher, and he was just,
Definitely a highlight.
yeah, he was the highlight of that shit. Um, Now that one, of course, the Davies and G Herbo one. I think it was just them two. I think both of them went hard on that shit. Jid and Ski Mask. Jid and Ski Mask was cool, even though Ski Mask turned the beat off like Triple X did.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think that's why he did it. He caught the beat because of Triple X, and
Yeah,
I feel like he just be trying to steal Triple X fans.
I don't know. They was both they homies. They came up together, so it's just like I understand.
But like, yeah, come on with your own, like in your own wave.
I understand. I
Don't
understand.
try to copy and garner the attention that how much success your friend gathered.
But the thing about that, and I put him on my list too, though. The thing about the Triple X freestyle when he cut the beat off, nigga was looking at him crazy. Like nigga, nobody
Exactly.
liked that. Like I thought, but I really
I didn't even like it when I saw it.
no. But I remember hearing it, and I was like, okay, this is fire. Like I didn't. It didn't make me feel like no type of way. I thought it was fire. I thought it was like a real dark freestyle, like what he was saying. I just thought it brought like a different element that I'd never seen on the cipher before. So, got to put him on there.
When I saw it, I wasn't surprised because I listened to Triple X a bit at the time.
Yeah,
Like I was just like, it's on brand. when I seen it.
It's definitely, definitely our brand.
It's very introspective, and like when you listen to his albums, like he's very introspective. He's speaking to you, like personally. Like the beginning of like I remember beginning of most of his albums, he always kind of spoke to the fans and whoever was listening,
Right.
which was a very interesting thing. Like he was really like it really came from his heart, and like it wasn't like nobody. I feel like there was nobody telling him what to put music here, like how we're gonna do this and how we're gonna do that. Like
Definitely.
he was really like crafting these projects all by himself in his own brain. And then there was just so many different types of music throughout the album. Like that was the most insane part about your boy Tentacion. Like you have the Spanish record, and then we have like a rock sounding record, and then he'll go back and switch it up to rap and like, and then he'll hit the club single like that can be played like everywhere, and then he'll like get that sad kind of feel in Moonlight where where it can bring you up.
Yeah.
So it's just like man, it's just so many different styles, and man, it's just crazy. He was so special, man. Like in the music and stuff like that. Still be bumping that for sure.
Yeah, man. But go ahead and speak on your the favorite ciphers that come to mind.
I mean, I think I got some of the same ones as you. With the 2016, the G Herbo and Davies, they killed it. Probably one of my favorites. The 2020, the 2012 freestyle had the Hobson, Roscoe Dash, Machine Gun Kelly, Future, and Danny Brown. I think Machine Gun Kelly really had a good bars and stuff like that. And yeah, just overall, like everyone together, I feel like they were really cohesive in a sense. And one of the more cohesive like free ciphers that throughout the years that I like when I went back and I looked at all of them, it was just really good. 2013, there was a cipher with Travis Scott, Joey Badass, Absol, and Action Bron. Man, they were really rapping, and like their styles are so unique and their voices are so unique, and it really like was a rapper's cipher when I listened to it, and the bars and people like did they thing and they were prepared for sure. And that's the difference with a lot of ciphers. Like the artists are not prepared, and they can't freestyle.
No, I was about to say they be prepared. It just don't be good. Like it just be the same shit. They just be saying the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, people are prepared, like, and they go there and they still are bad. Like, give it up. That just goes into like maybe the industry list and who how these people are picked. And there's a lot of artists who should have a light shined on them. Or maybe it could be they're just not good freestyle, which a lot of them like they get off and they see the remarks and what people say. They be like, oh, I'm not a freestyler. Like I don't do shit for free.
Man, no, you just can't do it.
Exactly. You punch
Which
in.
that's fine. If you can't do it, you can't do it. That's fine. Punch in should be cool too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but like, yeah, you got to be more and better off. And like, some of the time, a lot of times, like with Kodak Sentiment though, when I was like listening to some of the old ciphers and stuff like that,
Yeah,
the beat was whack.
for sure. Like the one that was
So
like boom, boom, clap, boom, clap, boom. Like it was like
yeah,
some old school beat. Like where y'all get this shit from, right?
like on a lunch table or some shit like that. It's like you know it's someone in the corporate office who thought of that. But oh, let's be like a lunch style type beat and have all these rappers get on it like a cipher.
But this what I said. I'm telling you, get all them gray haired niggas off the cover, off the board. We don't gotta like the beats that was recent. They was kind of fire though. Like once Sunny Digital started being up there and like who I forgot who else they got, but then the beats started getting way better in like 2016, 2017. So
Yeah, I feel like artists start speaking up and they were like, man, this beat was just awful.
that yeah, the one the Kodak Black was talking about, that beat was terrible. Who the fuck picked this off Sorry I beat?
Man, yeah, it's definitely some really bad ones.
I guess just to wrap it up, one of the interesting things about what's the one that you said, the Travis Scott, Joey Badass, Absol, and Action Bronson, like three of them niggas are rappers, like they can rap, and then Travis Scott is like not at all. Like we don't listen to Travis Scott for his lyrics, but I still think he kind of he went hard on that shit.
Yeah, he was prepared for that.
Yeah, I was about to say he got prepared and he was definitely like ready to You know,
He knew who they put him with.
exactly,
Like he
exactly,
didn't want to just get completely washed out. He wanted to make sure that when it was his time to shine, he shined, and that's definitely how he did it. Like in 2013, like you see where his career is now. Like out of everybody on the list, like he's definitely one of the top known names and just music in general.
for sure,
Not just hip hop and rap, just music.
for sure,
And his
man.
name rings bell. His festivals ring bells. And people want to see what Travis Scott doing and like his whether his deals with McDonald's and things of that nature and
Oh yeah.
shoes and clothing. Like he just went on and became a beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely, man. But let's go ahead and keep it moving, man. Wrap this one up, bro.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the game. Love and hate. So we kind of played this one before in one of the previous weeks, and the idea of this, we're gonna pick 3 albums each, and then we're gonna ask each other, do we love it or hate it? And you can't just pick out a single, oh yeah, I like a couple, and be like, do you like the entire project? And if you don't like the entire project, you gotta say hate.
Got
But
to.
if you do like the entire project, it's love. So that's how we're gonna get going. So
Ain't no in between.
yeah, it's no in between. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this game. And my first album for you, Matt, Whack World by Tierra Whack.
Man, I I'm just gonna say love just off top, just because I had never heard anything like this, and I probably never will. It was 15 songs, 15 minutes, so obviously 1 minute per song.
Mm-hmm. And then she came out with that dope ass video.
Yeah, yep. This video, it was like all the songs. But I feel like she spoiled us with this because I feel like we're never gonna get anything like this, and she's never gonna make music in this way anymore. Well, she probably shouldn't. She should probably move on and do something different. But this one, I feel like I was so spoiled with this album, and I loved it. Still love it. Some
Yeah, it was short and very sweet.
short and sweet, man. Some of my favorites. Really, my favorite song of hers, like ever, is "Fruit Salad." Like that one was so hard to me. But there's definitely some other good songs on this one. "For Wings," "Hookers," "Pretty Ugly." Yeah, I like every song on here, but "Fruit Salad" is definitely my number one from Tierra Whack. So, let me get into yours. Your first one, I'm gonna
So
say
you going with love or hate?
love for sure, for sure.
All right, bet.
So I'm gonna go with Baby Keem, Melodic Blue.
Okay, so this was his Baby Keem's new album that he just released, the Melodic Blue, and it has some of the features I remember. It was for sure Kendrick had a couple songs on this. He had a song with Don Tolliver and Travis Scott. And I'm looking at the album list right now. Like this album was experimental. That's what I'm gonna say. Like when I listen to some of these tracks, and I spoke a little bit about it, about what the direction where I think he was kind of heading, and based on some of his past albums. Um, but since it's no in between or anything like that, man, I don't want to say I hate this. That's very
You
harsh.
got to, you got to. There ain't no in between. You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, since I'm not liking every song on this album, but there is some songs that I really like on this album, so I don't want to get that like confused. But I guess I gotta go with hate on this.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, I didn't get all the way through it, but what I did hear, it was pretty good. Yeah, man.
It's a good vibe for sure, but like I'm making skips at certain times through certain songs. And so the next album, and this one was by Vince Staples. It was called FM. What'd you think about it? Love or hate?
Yeah, man. I believe this was the one where Kenny Beats produced the whole thing for Vince Staples. I love Kenny Beats beats. I don't love this album though. It's definitely some songs on here that I really fuck with. Don't Get Chipped. Fuck Up Nothing Is Good. Um, there's some songs on here that I really fuck with. But as a whole, is I didn't feel it like I felt some of his other projects. Like I love Big Fish Theory. I love his self-titled Summertime '06.
Okay.
But this whole, as a whole, I couldn't really rock with it. Even though I love the beats and I don't know, something about it, I just couldn't fuck with every song.
I like the album cover and everything on this album particularly.
Yeah, man, the cover is crazy. It's like at that wave, it's like a beach and stuff like that. So artwork is great. And some of the music is great, but in the whole, I just can't say I love it. So I gotta say hate on that one.
That's fair. Yeah, it was a good album. When I go back and I listen to it, and yeah, it was some good songs for sure on this.
hmm So let me go ahead with your next one. I'm going to go with Polo G, the GOAT.
So this album here, when I first got introduced to Polo G, this was the album I heard. I know they had the video for Martin and Gina, which I thought was very clever. Being from Detroit, I love that. Overall, I'm gonna say I love this album. Like he really did his thing on this. Like I'm really like this is probably my favorite album from Polo G. And I know he just came out with Hall of Fame too, that came out recently. But yeah, I really like this album right here. I'm gonna say I love this album.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I heard the whole thing, but what I did hear, yeah, it was pretty good. I'm not the biggest Polo G guy, but um, definitely still respect the fact that he popping and whatnot. So
Yeah, there's a lot of good songs on here for me.
okay,
Well, like most of them. So
okay, good shit, good shit. So now I'm gonna hit you with a kind of a throwback. How do you feel about Kanye West Yeezus?
all right, this is the third one right here. So Yeezus by Kanye West, one of my like probably favorite artists and most like in terms of culture and like people looking up to who they really look up and who they follow behind. Kanye is one of those guys. Um, this album here in particular, I felt like when I first listened to it, I was like, man, this album, I don't know.
Yeah.
But as time went on, I started to really like this album. I thought it was really good. And today, I still think it's really good. Like, there's some songs on here that I really love. So yeah, I'm gonna go with love on this.
What would you say is your favorite song off there?
I'm gonna say I'm in it. That's probably one of my favorites.
That's the song I don't like. That's actually a song I don't like. I feel like it bring the vibe down for some reason. Like it's slow. It got too slow.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, Blood on the Leaves, of course.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Guilt Trip,
Oh man, that's mine. Good Trip is crazy.
On Site. Yeah, this is just a lot of songs in here now. Like today, I still like for sure. So, I mean, I'm gonna go into the my next pick, and it's the last one for you.
Okay.
P3 by Party Next Door,
Ooh wee.
R&B vibe.
Yeah, man. I love man. Party Next Door is one of my favorite artists of probably like the last decade. Um, I preface it by saying that, but I do not really like this album as a whole. I love songs off of this album. Um, and it's really only a couple. Like I love Only You. I love You've Been Missed. Nothing Easy to Play. Like I love a couple songs on here, but like as a
What? How do
whole,
you remember Brown Skin?
Brown Skin. I'm about to play it in my headphones right quick. I don't think that's on this album. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's on
Brown
this
Skin.
one.
Yeah, yeah, I see. Do I remember the Brown Skin? Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember this one. I didn't. The beat just so strange to me. Like it sounds real weird to me, but I do like.
Hmm.
I like what he was saying. But I just didn't. The beat. I just couldn't vibe with the beat. But yeah. So as a whole, man, I'm gonna have to say hate though. But still a huge fan of Party Next Door, man. And some of these songs I still like. I still to this day play some of these songs. So
Man, I can't wait to hear more from Party Next Door, and because we haven't heard anything like what was this 2016. Then he had that like little bundle project with some of his old songs with some of the new ones. I want to just see a fresh new project. I haven't seen one in a minute.
yeah, I mean, I feel like the thing about him, he probably still eating off of work, cause you know he wrote work for Rihanna, so he probably still eating off of that shit.
Yeah,
So he probably like, I don't even need to drop shit.
yeah, he's a great writer for sure.
Yeah, man.
And so which Party Next Door album do you like the best? If you're a
Damn,
big fan,
that's a hard question, man. Like honestly,
I mean, we could talk about it another time.
nah, I'll just say like just off the top of my head, it probably would have to be probably the first one, P1. Just cause I remember how I felt when I heard the shit. I remember like thinking it was super dope. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna say that first one, P1. The one that was
Okay.
over here. Remember over here with Drake was on there. Yeah, man, that shit was super dope to me. I remember going to Miami and playing that shit. So yeah, that one's just gonna always be cemented in my brain. So yeah,
That's
man.
definitely a place where if you listen to Pioneers during Miami, probably is one of those areas you want to go listen to that.
Most
Like
definitely. That's yeah. That he made music like back then. I feel like the music was made for that. Like it was made for bad women and like in Miami.
bad
That was
decisions.
bad women and bad decisions, man, for sure. Oh, but yeah, man. So let's go ahead and get into our highlights and wrap this thing up. You want to go first?
Yep, that wraps up Love and Hate Game, our segment. Tell us what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. We got the Instagram, we got the YouTube, we got more. We're gonna have all the details at the bottom, but subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And we're gonna go into our highlights and wrap this up. So something that just came out recently with this single from Conway and young Roddy. Conway has been pretty much advertising his new album that's about to be coming out for like I feel like the past year. Like it's been a while, but the guy don't make mistakes, and I'm really excited to hear his debut album. This is gonna be his debut. I know he come out with like a couple projects every year. I know you hear Conway probably every few months or whatever, but yeah, he's come out with his debut album. I'm real excited, and every time he speaks of it, and he had that interview where he was like, "This album, I'm attacking different. I'm gonna be more personal, and he's really taking his time with this. So, like, I'm real interested in waiting for this project. But this record here in particular that just came out, I don't think it's really gonna be on the album, but maybe it's just a Lucy or something they got with him and Young Roddy. But it's got Out the Hood single. So go and check that out. And also, for the fans who on Netflix and stuff like that. I know y'all know the show Ozark season 4 part 1 that just released. Man, I probably watched that show in like 2 days. Like that show is good, and I really can't wait for part 2. I ain't gonna have no spoilers, but man, like I was on my edge the entire season, like the past seasons, and I think they're gonna come out with the part 2 even quicker than they came out with some of the past seasons because I heard they already have it all filmed and they want to get it out before the Emmy deadline, which is like May 31st or something like that. That I read somewhere. So, but yeah, Ozark, go check that out. Like, I know like the fans probably already seen the whole season like I did.
Yeah, man. I always heard good things about that. I've never seen it before, but I might have to check that out. But let me get into my joint. So I'm somebody I really fuck with like true crime shit and like shit like maybe like First 48 or Forensic Files and type of shit like that. There's a lot of people on YouTube doing a lot of true crime, like they cover a lot of different cases just from throughout the years. And I finally found one like a black woman that was doing it. Well, actually, I found somebody else too, but I want to highlight this one. So it's this lady called this woman called Sunny Shay V. So that's the name of her YouTube channel. So definitely, if you like true crime and just kind of like stories of different crimes that was going on, like definitely check that joint out. We're gonna put all her information into the description so y'all can see what's going on with that. But
What's true crime like a first 48 or
so like this is what they do. I'll just give like a little short synopsis. So like they'll go through the story, they kind of get like a background between like the person that got killed or whatever, and they kind of go through the story like, okay, well, it was the husband, it was the wife, and like they kind of just go through it. It's like usually like a 20-30 minute video, and they kind of talk about like what happened with the crime, what happened in court, and how the evidence was collected, like all that kind of shit. So I don't know, I'm just interested in that shit. So definitely check that out if you like true crime shit too.
especially from a black woman?
Yeah, man, because it's not really a lot. Like a lot, I watch a lot of them. Just like a lot of white dudes, white ladies. But I do have two black ones that I found. Yeah, man. So check that out. Check out Ozark. Check out Conway and Young Roddy's new single.
Out the hood.
Yes, sir. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up right there, man. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, hopefully you did. and subscribe,
It's the
comment.
Friends Podcast. The Friends Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yep, the Friends Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, share, interact with us, man. We definitely want to interact and have y'all become our friends. That's the whole point, man. Yo, it's the Friends Podcast because we're friends, but we want to be friends with y'all too. So definitely let us know what we doing right, wrong, and let's chop it up.
Yeah, you guys are the friends of the show, so interact, and maybe in the future we can have some of you guys on and get more interaction, and maybe we could try some different platforms where we can communicate a bit more, so we can get something like on demand and live with you guys. So yeah, it's a lot to come. The Friends Podcast, and we out.